your eyes now, but I know there's always a way. From sunrise till dawn, I'll be here waiting. From sunrise till dawn, I'll never stop. I'll fix you up, make everything much smoother again. I'll fix you up, from sunrise till dawn, my friend. I'll fix you up, with these hands and heart so true. I'll fix you up, Daniel, I'll fix you up. The connections might be tangled, the power source has lost its spark, but every wire tells a story, and I can mend what's torn apart. From sunrise till dawn, I'll be here waiting. From sunrise till dawn, I'll never stop. I'll fix you up, make everything run smooth again. I'll fix you up, from sunrise till dawn, my friend. I'll fix you up, with these hands and heart so true. I'll fix you up, Daniel, I'll fix you up. When the current isn't flowing, when the signals disappear, I'll be here with tools and patience, make the static crystal clear. Every cable, every circuit, every problem that you bring, I'll restore what time has broken, make the whole world sing. So don't you worry about tomorrow, don't you stress about today. I've got maintenance for your troubles, and I'll chase them all away. I'll fix you up, make everything run smooth again. I'll fix you up, from sunrise till dawn, my friend. I'll fix you up, with these hands and heart so true. I'll fix you up, Daniel, I'll fix you up. Hey, Daniel, everything's good as new. Hey, Daniel, I'll fix you up for you.
Welcome, everybody. Today is Judge Tony Flores, kind of a new judge that I kind of stumbled across. But this is what we do here. We bring real courts and real court cases to you, so you can understand how the legal system actually works. So let's get started with this. Let me share screen. Judge Flores. Go back to StreamYard, make this bigger.
Ma'am, on the Samsung cell phone, could you please identify yourself? You'll have to unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yes, what's your name?
Carmen Maria Perez.
Okay. And Ms. Perez, you're here for your 9 o'clock?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, please stand by. You're in the right place.
I'm sorry, it says Maria Perez.
I'm here for 8:30.
Yeah, it says, okay, Carmen
Yeah,
Perez.
Mr. Spitzley, I have you. You're here for your 8:30, and I have you as Carmen Maria Perez.
Okay, yes, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, stand by, and we'll start calling cases. We'll call your cases in the next 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay.
Ms. Fortuna Gill, where are we proceeding?
Your Honor.
And how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
We are ready on Collins, Your Honor.
Clistus Collins.
Oh, I apologize, Your Honor. We are not ready on Collins. She would need to speak with Mr. Harris.
All right,
We should be ready on Crowell.
Crowell. Adriana Crowell.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. I represent Ms. Crowell, and she is right here standing.
All right, so we're on the record in 2502-693. That's fine. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Adriana Crowell. Appearances for the record, Miss Fortuna Gill.
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Ms. Adriana Crowell, who is standing to my right. Ms. Crowell, if you could please state your first and last name for the record.
Thank you. This is the time set for a final pretrial in the matter. Ms. Fortuna Gill, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at this time, the people have extended an offer of a disorderly person jostling with an agreement to consent to HIDA. It's my understanding that Ms. Crowell was, that she just turned 25 and at the time of the incident would be HIDA eligible. The MCL for that is 750.1671L. It's a 90-day and or $500. It is my understanding she wishes to avail herself of the offer, which is why I'm telling you all this information.
That was my assumption.
That is correct, Your Honor. I spoke with Ms. Crowell regarding our options today. And regarding the offer, she has indicated that she would like to accept the offer at this time. So we would be requesting that the court enter a no contest plea due to lack of memory, due to intoxication. I provided a copy of the police report with the relevant sections highlighted to your court officer for that no contest.
Okay, so it's amended count one of 750.167C, disorderly person. That is that a 92-day and or?
It's 90 days and or $500. I also think the end of that MCL is 1L for jostling.
Yes, I believe that's correct.
Yeah.
167L or 1L?
1L.
1L.
Yes.
Good luck reading that one on 67.
Wrote it down the
1L. 90-day under $500. It's Killebrew agreement to HIDA. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Harris, that's your understanding of the plea agreement. That's a plea to disorderly jostling. It's a 90-day misdemeanor and or $500. There's a Killebrew to HIDA status. Is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor, that is my understanding of the offer. And as I indicated, we will be requesting the court enter a no contest plea for that today.
May I inquire of your client of their jury trial rights concerning the no contest plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Crowell, you understand you have the following rights concerning a jury trial in this matter. This is punishable by 90 days and or $500. You have the right to be tried by a jury, to be presumed innocent until proven guilty, to have the prosecutor prove beyond reasonable doubt that you are guilty, to have witnesses against you appear at trial, to question any witnesses that are brought against you. You are represented today by Attorney James Harris. He would be present to cross-examine any witnesses or contest any charges brought against you by the people of the state of Michigan. Do you understand that, ma'am? You have the right to have the court-ordered witnesses appear in your defense, remain silent during the trial, not to have that silence used against you, and testify at trial if you choose to testify. If your no contest plea is accepted, you'll give up the claim the no contest plea was a result of any promises other than what we've placed on the record or threats that it was not your choice to plead no contest. You'd also be giving up the right to appeal anything from trial, since you won't be having a trial. You'll be pleading no contest to the 90-day misdemeanor instead. Is it your wish today to plead no contest to the 90-day misdemeanor? All right. All right, and I will be using the police report as a no contact, as a confirmation to the no contest plea. Is that correct, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I'm in possession of the Lansing Police Department incident report of 2504-262, which is the documentation which was provided by defense counsel and by the prosecutor in regards to the venue, is on 2322 North High Street, City of Lansing, County of Ingham, State of Michigan, on September 5th, 2025 at approximately 4:30, I believe that's AM.
Yes, I believe the police reports usually use military time, Your Honor,
Yeah.
so it would be AM.
AM. And the indication is that that Jason, who had been sleeping with Adriana Crow, woke up and was assaulted by Miss Crow.
Yes, Your Honor, I don't believe they were sleeping together. I believe he was sleeping and then woke up, but
All
yeah.
right, all right. And then, okay, all right. Anything towards a factual basis for disorderly person jostling Miss Fortunica?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris?
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
All right. I find the factual basis for disorderly jostling to be this would amount to the assaulted behavior that would be in count 1, but it would also account for this happening in a public place and disorderly jostling is accepted. This was at 4:30 in the morning on High Street in the city of Lansing. So I will accept the no contest plea to the disorderly jostling. And we will refer to probation primarily for the HYTA status. So the sentencing date, so probation's 1 floor down all the way to the right. And they'll either see you today or make an appointment to see you. And they'll prepare a report for me concerning the YT status and the PSI. You could go down today. You should report within 48 hours. But while you're here, you might as well go down and set up the appointment. All right, ma'am?
Okay,
Okay.
can I also talk to them about the tether?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Your Honor, if I may.
You may.
After we finished going through the plea, I was going to be making a request. Ms. Kroll is currently on a GPS tether. Given that we have just entered that the plea is now, and that the charge is now being reduced to a disorderly jostling, and we're planning on getting this referred to probation for that HYTA status, I would ask if the court would consider removal of the GPS tether at this time. I don't believe there have been any alleged violations of the GPS tether, and Ms. Kroll is planning to start school in about a month. She indicated that might, at the very least, there might potentially be some concerns about starting school with that still on. I did speak with the prosecutor, and the prosecutor indicated they did not have any objection to a request to removing the GPS tether today, so I would ask if the court would consider that.
All right, thank you. Let's set the sentencing date for February 26th at 8:30. And then you can go and I think the initial so are you still at the North High Street address?
No.
Where are you living now?
With my parents in Bath,
All right, and what's the address there, ma'am?
13740 Remington Drive.
13740 Remington Drive. And what's the zip code there?
48808.
So you are no longer living at the North High address.
Correct.
All right. Is the alleged victim still living at that North High address, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. Any objection to now that Ms. Crowell has pled to the disorderly, any objection to a modification, removing the GPS tether, but keeping the no contact order in?
No objection, Your
All
Honor.
right. All right, so we're going to remove the GPS tether based on the fact that Ms. Proud is not using that as her address, I've updated her address for the court file. And we will contact the private agency to have them remove it. It's going to be removed where they put it on, which is right by the sheriff's department. Okay, ma'am. So we'll contact. They'll expect you coming, and we'll remove the GPS. Remove the GPS tether, but keep in place the no contact order with Jason Henry's until I hear differently from probation. All right, ma'am. All right. So we've confirmed the no contact order. I'll place the notice of referral for probation in the file. And the probation report will prepare a report for me for that February 26th date at 8:30. All right, ma'am. Anything else for the record in docket 2502-693, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Not for the people.
Mr. Harris?
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Crowell, we will see you on that February 26th date. Thank you. All right, and then I think that goes to Mr. Harris, or
We're ready on Mueller next.
we'll lose it.
Wait, James, I got my notice. There was another one that was on here.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Oh, is this the motions on this one?
Got a file on the motion?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Megan. All right, so we're on the record in dockets 25030996, 25030998, and 25030997. That is the people of the state of Michigan versus Linda Mueller. Appearances for the record, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Miss Linda Mueller, who is standing to my right. Miss Mueller, if you could please state your first and last name for the record. Linda Mueller.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, this is the time set for a final pretrial on the matters and a motion from the Public Defender's Office. Ms. Fortuna Gill, how are we proceeding today?
Your Honor, as far as the motion goes, the people will defer to the court. As far as the final pre-trials on the dog at large, the people have received confirmation of compliance and would move for dismissal of those two cases.
All right, so let's handle the dismissal first because there'll be no reason to handle the motion.
Well, I believe the dismissal is regarding the two dog at large cases, and the motion is regarding the dog bite case,
All
Your
right.
Honor.
That is
That's
correct, Your
fair.
Honor.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we'll dismiss based on compliance. And these are on a ticket, are they right?
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
this is for Diamond and Eddie. Is that a fair statement?
Correct.
Both those? All right. So those are dismissed pursuant to compliance. And that would be file 2503-097. And then we'll dismiss 2503-098 for compliance purposes. On file 2503-098. And then I'm in possession of the motion that I've heard previously The prosecutor is going to defer to their previous argument, I'm assuming. Is that correct, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right. And then, Mr. Harris, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of your client for the defendant's motion to dismiss? I'm in possession of the defendant's motion to dismiss and reviewed it.
Yes, Your Honor, I would simply like to say that at this point, this feels reasonably well settled, as the court has indicated. The court has ruled previously on similar cases for similar motions. I would ask that the court simply follow the decisions it has made in previous files with motions like these and follow the guidance the Ingham County Circuit Court has given and grant the motion dismissing the case, given that it has been, in my opinion, pretty clearly decided that Ingham County Prosecutor's Office doesn't have the legal authority to criminalize owners for the actions of dogs who bite and that haven't previously been adjudicated to be dangerous animals.
All right. Yeah, I've previously ruled on this and the dog at large and the dog bite statute pursuant to the circuit court. I believe it was Judge Dragonchuk, retired Judge Dragonchuk, that issued the initial opinion concerning I'm just making sure I have the motion and the order. But, oh, it's on the ticket, so it doesn't matter.
I believe this one was a ticket.
Yeah. Also, all right. So for the purposes set forth in the motion to dismiss, I'm going to grant the motion based on the inability. I think this was a legislative inability to limit the authority granted by setting legislation to animal control or the animal control like. So I think Judge Dragonchuk has ruled on this. I believe the case has gone to the Court of Appeals and has been reviewed as not being looked at by the Court of
I
Appeals.
believe that is correct.
Yeah, and so until the legislation changes or the law changes, I think that is the correct decision. And I'm going to grant the motion to dismiss without prejudice. And there's no order to be signed. I put signed order. Grant motion on ticket. So this is dismissed without prejudice based on the motion. Now, of course, this doesn't civilly absolve Ms. Mueller of if she sued civilly, but it does take care of the criminal case. Is dismissed without prejudice. Anything else for the record in docket 2503096, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Not for the people.
Mr. Harris?
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Mueller, you're all set. Thank you for your appearance today.
Thank you.
All right.
We are already on Bowen, Your Honor.
I'm Jacob Bowen. Right, I have two indications with Mr. Bowen, but let's do on the final pretrial
I
first.
believe
And
there's
then,
a final pretrial, and I have already previously discussed that there is, I believe, a warrant. out.
yeah, there is a warrant, and Mr. Bowen will be going with Miss Slaviak in order to be arraigned on the new warrant that's out. All right, so we're on the record in docket 2503369. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Jacob Bowen. Appearances for the record, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Mr. Jacob Bowen, who is standing to my right, Your Honor. Mr. Bowen, if you can please state your first and last name for the record. Jacob Bowen.
Thank you. This is the time set for a final pretrial in the matter. Ms. Fortuna Gill, how are we proceeding?
The people do not have the necessary witnesses required to proceed on this matter. We have subpoenaed them, and we have not had successful contact. They are not present today.
Given the failure to appear of the complaining witnesses, Your Honor, I would request that this case be dismissed at this time if the court is willing to dismiss the case, I would ask that a copy of the dismissal be provided to my client.
Right. And this complaining, the witnesses or the complaining witness was subpoenaed and has failed to appear. Is that correct, Ms. Fortuna Gill? I think that's just what you said, what you previously said.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to, I'm in possession of 25-03369, that on this file, this is an order of acquittal or a nollie pros, as it's commonly referred to. And I'll dismiss on the defendant's motion to dismiss without prejudice. So without prejudice means that people could reissue Mr. Bowen if they choose to. Realistically, for our purposes today, the case is dismissed. And there are no there's no out of state travel and no use of drugs or alcohol as a part of your pretrial conditions. So you can get a copy of the dismissal just to keep on your person, because it takes about 4 hours to purge from the system. Anything else for the record in 25-03369, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Not for the people.
Mr. Harris?
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, and then Mr. Bowen, if you accompany my court officer, she can get you a copy, and then we can get you arraigned on the new trial, okay? All right, thank you.
I will be arraigned on that today.
You probably will be arraigned today by the magistrate, but I don't know what she'll set bond at. Okay,
Sounds good.
all right. So if you follow, so make a copy and you can follow her.
All right, I'm ready on.
Oh, everything but Collins.
Jimmy, Brennan, Carmen.
Sure. We could do Gailey, Your Honor.
Lance Gailey.
Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, he is not here, but I would be ready to proceed.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 25-00978. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Lance Gailey. Appearances for the record, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Mr. Lance Michael Gailey, who unfortunately does not seem to be here right now, Your Honor. I will note that up until recently, he was in the Ingham County Jail on a separate file. I believe he is no longer in custody. I would request if the court would consider waiving his appearance, given that I'm unsure if he was fully aware of all his court dates when he was released. I will note that I don't believe there is any complaining witness here on this file. So I would ask if the court would consider waiving his appearance. If not, I would ask that if the court would perhaps consider a courtesy reset, Your Honor.
Ms. Gill.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Fortuna Gill.
It doesn't bother, you can choose. The people would request a bench warrant, immediate bench warrant as this is an assault with crime. It is true what Mr. Harry said, we do not have a complaining witness here today. However, I am not confident in saying that they wouldn't appear if we had a different date. I wouldn't be opposed to a courtesy reset either. I would just ask the court not to dismiss this case today.
Yeah, I'm not going to dismiss the case. And one of the notes, it's obviously we addressed today's date and time because it says all witnesses will appear via Zoom. So Mr. Gailey was aware of the time and date, regardless of his actions in being incarcerated. I'm not sure if he joined us via Zoom last time. Usually that note is made at the defendant's request. Defendant says, like, I want to appear via Zoom, and we say all witnesses can appear via Zoom. So that's my notion. There's also this has been reset a couple times. This was originally arraigned in July 10th. I'm going to issue an immediate bench warrant based on the nature of the complaint, which is an assault and battery complaint. Immediate bench warrant is issued. This is for the failed to appear. This was set at 8:30. It is now 10:04. And I do not see Mr. Gailey in the Zoom courtroom. Nobody's present in the physical courtroom. And based on the representation of counsel, Mr. Gailey is not present today and will issue an immediate bench warrant. And then if you let us know, Mr. Harris, we can arraign him.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, just if you have any contact with him. I think right now, that's the question is we're at a loss of contact. We don't know if he's in further and if you let us know that he's been incarcerated at this time, then we'll
Yes.
pull back the warrant and we can just read him out.
Understood.
All right. Anything else for the record in 2500978, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Not for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Nothing from the defense, Your
All
Honor.
right, thank you.
We are already on Jimmy Brown.
All right.
Yes.
Nancy Gator. All right, so we're on the record in docket 2503115. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Jimmy Brown. Appearances for the record, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Mr. Jimmy Brown, who is standing to my right. Mr. Brown, if you could please state your first and last name for the record.
My name is Jimmy Brown.
Thank you, sir. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Ms. Fortuna Gill, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at this time, the people have received confirmation of compliance. We would move to dismiss these cases at this time.
The defense would not object to any dismissal at this time, Your Honor. I believe this was written on a ticket, so I don't think any paperwork would be necessary.
All right, thank you. All right, and this involves so this involves Coco?
Yes, this
Okay.
involves Coco.
All right. With compliance being met, this is dismissed without prejudice, which means the people could reissue if they choose to. Realistically, though, the case is dismissed, sir. Anything else for the record in 2503115, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Not for the people.
Mr. Harris?
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Brown. You're all set.
Anything else before?
Carmen Perez and Faith Moore.
We are ready on Perez, Your Honor.
Ms. Perez.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we are on the record in 2503566. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Carmen Maria Perez. And I think we have another arraignment file. Is that, and at least I have a note here.
I'm not seeing that on my end, but that doesn't mean.
Well, check with, let's do the pretrial and then, because Ms. Perez, let's let her know if there is a warrant out for her. Because I have arraignment on, I have arraignment on a warrant, outstanding warrant. And, but I don't have the paperwork on the warrant.
Yeah, I tried checking my court, and as far as I can see from the public side of JIS, Your Honor, I don't see any open cases for Ms. Perez beyond
All right,
trial.
let's look into it, but let's do the pretrial first, and then if there is she can get that all cleared up. I just have that there may be a warrant for Ms. Perez, but I don't have the nature of it, and I don't have the paperwork.
My
Oh.
office doesn't have any other open files.
No
with Ms.
open
Perez.
files, okay, so. All right, so we're on the record in 2503566. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Carmen Maria Perez. Appearances for the record, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Ms. Carmen Perez, who appears via Zoom. Ms. Perez, if you could please state your first and last name for the record.
Carmen Perez?
Thank you. This is the time, and you can hear me all right, Ms. Perez?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Ms. Fortuna Gill, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at this time, we would request a final pretrial. I believe defense would like the same.
Yes, Your Honor, I've spoken with Ms. Perez regarding this case and regarding our options going forwards. At this time, we would be requesting a final pretrial be set by the court.
All right. We'll set for final pretrial. That'll be live in person on the 6th floor of City Hall of Lansing. It'll be set for
January 5th at 8:30.
January 5th at 8:30. And then, so we've set for final pretrial. That'll be live in person on the 6th floor for January 5th at 8:30. In the interim, Ms. Perez, I have on our docket that there's a warrant out there that you need to be, that you should clear up. You should check because nobody else seems to have that information, but that's not unusual. But just check to see if there's a pending warrant for you. It should be cleared up by January 5th. All right, ma'am?
Yes, sure. I never heard of that before, Your Honor.
That could completely be a mistake on the court's part because the prosecutor's office doesn't have any outstanding warrants, or it could be a show cause warrant for a fail to pay on a previous case. I don't know. I don't know. But you should check on that. Check on that regardless, just because you don't want a warrant out there over your head.
Who should I contact, Your Honor?
Contact 54A Criminal Department.
54A. Okay. Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Anything else for the record in 2503566, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Not for the people.
Mr. Harris?
Nothing from the defense, Your
All
Honor.
right, we've set the final pretrial for January 5th at 8:30. That'll be live in person on the 6th floor of Lansing. You're all set, Ms. Perez.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. We could also go on Moorhart, Your Honor.
Faith Moorhart. And did we have to writ out Miss Moorhart?
She was previously incarcerated, but then got released, Your Honor. I do believe your court staff received a phone call this morning about her being in the hospital with pneumonia. Ms. Slaviak did forward that to myself and I believe also the prosecuting attorney.
All right, and so are we looking at a courtesy reset or?
I think we might just set for final pretrial.
Yes.
Yeah, that's,
I was going to ask if the court would waive her appearance and just get it set for final pretrial. And all
yeah, that sounds, that sounds like the case is moving on and there's, with the proper medical documentation, I don't see a problem. All right, so we're on the record in docket 2400855 and 2401504. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Faith Moorhart. Appearances for the record, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Faith Moorhart, who unfortunately is not here today, Your Honor, as I indicated off the record. Ms. Moorhart, I believe, I did receive a voicemail that was forwarded to me by your court officer this morning that I believe was Ms. Moorhart calling the court to advise that she was currently in the hospital with pneumonia, and that was why she could not be here for the pretrial today. Given that, I would ask if the court would consider waiving Ms. Moorhart's appearance, as both parties are going to be requesting this case be set for a final pretrial this time.
All right, is that a fair statement, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Yes, Your Honor, the people also received that voicemail and have no problem waiving Ms. Moorhart's appearance if the court finds that appropriate. And we would also be asking for a final pretrial.
All right. So Ms. Moorhart was incarcerated. She was in Lincoln County. We read her out. We found that she's been, that she was in the she's in the hospital with pneumonia. She's previously indicated that she's been in the hospital on November 6, 2025. So it requires some medical documentation, which should be pretty easy for her to get if this is a continuing problem. And we will set for final pretrial. We'll waive her appearance and set for final pretrial on January 5th at 8:30. Set for final pretrial And then Ms. Moorhart should provide some documentation that she can, to Mr. Harris, and you'll make her aware of this, so she can provide it to the prosecutor, so there will be no objection to the waiver of appearance. It shouldn't be, they're both A and B files, so I think that's the safest way to proceed. So we'll set for final pretrial, be live in person on the 6th floor, City Hall of Lansing on 2400-855 and 2401-504. Anything else for the record on either one of those files of Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Not for the people.
Mr. Harris?
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, we're all set on those files.
And then, yeah, if we could, I think if we could maybe do a quick, how much time do you think you need?
A 10-minute break?
Yeah, maybe a 10-minute break. I know I need to hop on Zoom and speak with a proper dog license, and I know Mr. Harris needs to hop on Zoom and speak with a client as well.
All right, and
I
then
think we'd be
how about,
ready to-
should we get Mr. Millette?
I think she's grabbing him right now.
Okay. And that's the sentencing. We have a warrant out for Mr. Millette too, that he has not been arraigned on.
Great you say that, Your Honor. So we've been trying to figure out this morning. Looks like there was it was charged on the same date. The date of offense was the same date.
I don't know anything. I just
Oh,
have,
okay,
I
okay.
just fell in the
Okay, okay.
warrant.
You don't want to arraign him. You can't. You don't have time to arraign him today.
I think he'll have to go in front of the
At
magistrate.
1:30.
Yeah, mostly because he's incarcerated
Yep.
more than anything.
Next question. Give a PSI because we don't. And he said he completed one 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago,
Is what I was.
I bet you it's not written yet. I have a PSI prepared on December 2nd.
Oh.
So we should, let's get copies made to you.
We don't have a copy yet.
Yeah,
I mean, Mrs. Zell may have a copy, so I may be able to get that from her, but if the court has it readily available.
yeah, I've got it right here. The pre-sentence is. So the recommendation is jail. So you probably want a copy of the pre-sentence report.
That's not what I was told.
Yeah. So let's get you a copy of 2 copies of the pre-sentence report, Mr. Millette, and we'll bring them up.
Yeah,
Once.
he's being robbed right now.
All right, if you want to make copies for it. And so you're covering for Mr. Kaplan.
Yeah.
I think Kaplan started the case.
Yeah.
I think it
it's like-
started as a felony.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, just let me know when you're ready on that one. And if Mr. Millette does have, if he's in on this and he has another felony, and you're just seeing the pre-sentence today, yeah, there's some question as to whether we should go forward on it. So, all right. So just come get me when you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks.
Oh, my
Do
God.
either of you have Culberson?
There.
All right, Mr. Spitzley, we will call your case so you can unmute. Davion Spitzley. Mr. Spitzley, you can unmute.
Yes, I'm
There you
here.
go. All right. All right, so we're on the record in 25-025-02 and 25-025-03. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Davion Spitzley. Appearances for the record, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
And sir, you are Davion Spitzley, is that correct?
Yes.
And you can hear me all right, Mr. Spitzley?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, thank you. This is time set for a final pretrial on both of these matters. Ms. Fortuna Gill, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, the people have been given information that Mr. Spitzley has come into compliance on both of these matters, and so the people would be looking to dismiss both of these cases.
All right, and that's compliance pursuant to Luna and Kenzo. Is that correct, Mr. Spitzley?
Correct.
Okay. All right, with that understanding, we'll dismiss without prejudice on file 25-025-02 for compliance purposes.
I believe these are a ticket, Your Honor, so I don't think we need a nollie.
And we'll dismiss on 25-025-03. Dismiss without prejudice for compliance purposes. So anything else for the record in 25-025-02 or 025-03, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Not for the people.
Do you have any questions of me, Mr. Spitzley?
No question.
Okay, you should be all set, sir. Thank you for your appearance today.
We are ready on Collins.
Collins. Clistus.
Yes, she should be on Zoom, Your Honor.
She is.
Thank you for the brief moment to speak with her in the breakout.
All right, thank you. So this is, so we're on the record in 25-03456. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Clistus Marie Collins. Appearances for the record, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Ms. Clistus Collins, who appears via Zoom, Your Honor. Ms. Collins, if you could please state your first and last name for the record.
Clistus Collins.
Thank you. And you can hear me all right, Ms. Collins?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right, thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter, a final pretrial in the matter. Ms. Fortuna Gill, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, it has come to my attention that defense counsel is missing some discovery. At this point, we would be asking for another final pretrial to make sure those issues are cleared up. However, the complaining witness is present today in the courtroom. I would ask that he does not have to appear for the next final pretrial.
All right. Mr. Harris, any objection? I have Zoom for final pretrial is okay. All witnesses can appear via Zoom. It appears that the complaining victim has appeared. Did you want to set this for a final pretrial for discovery issues?
Yes, Your Honor, that would be my request, and we would be, the defense does not have an objection to the complaining witness not being needed for the second final pretrial, given that they have appeared today. Additionally, after, I would like to potentially be heard on a request to modify bond if possible.
All right. So we'll adjourn for discovery issues to a new final pretrial. At the final pretrial, the complaining victim does not need to appear pursuant, so you don't have to send out a subpoena concerning that. And the new final pretrial for discovery issues is set for
January 5th at 8:30.
January 5th at 8:30. So Ms. Collins, we've placed an additional final pretrial January 5th at 8:30. You can appear via Zoom, similar to this occasion. And then Mr. Harris, you wanted to be heard on bond.
Yes, Your Honor, I believe I have previously made this request. I'd like to renew my request, I guess, for the court to allow some form of third-party contact for purposes of childcare. Ms. Collins has indicated that this is the first time in her life that she's been separated and unable to see any of her children like this. It's been causing a lot of stress and a lot of other issues for her, being separated and unable to see her children like this. We're not requesting for any amount of contact or anything involving the complaining witness. We would just request if the court would allow a third party to potentially transport the children so that she could perhaps see them on weekends or see them at any time, Your Honor, rather than not being able to see her children at all.
Right. Thank you. Ms. Fortuna Gill, response.
Your Honor, the people would oppose to any bond adjustments at this time. Additionally, I'm unclear on this time if the children were present for the incident. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So they may be witnesses, is what you're saying. How old are the children are we talking about?
Miss Collins, how old are your children?
My oldest will be 16 on December 18th. Then there's my daughter she's just going to be turning 9 in July. And my youngest is 4.
Do people intend to call them as witnesses?
We
Ms.
do
Fortuna
not, Your
Gill?
Honor. The children were present for the incident according to the police report.
All right, so they're potential witnesses.
Yes, but I do not believe that. I will be calling them.
All right, so so I will first of all, no discussion of the case. So there'll be no discussion of the case with minor children.
May I ask that that's for both parties?
That's for all parties. All parties
Thank you.
involved. No discussion of the case. That's number one. Number two, shocking, but this is not the first time that this has occurred. I will allow third-party contact, which means that a third party, if the witnesses desire. So, because we have a different goal than any family court. Okay, we're to make sure that that there's no contact with Michael Dupree. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll do any. There has to be any third party contact with the potential witnesses or children. If the witnesses choose, I can't make the children go to to be involved in the meeting. If they choose not to, then they don't, and that's they're potential witnesses, and I'm not going to make them go. But we will allow third-party contact. So, Ms. Collins, you can have indirect contact with the children.
Okay.
Contact with the children if the children choose. If children choose, that means that you can arrange to have the children brought over. I'm not potential witnesses. I'm not going to allow any overnight stay in this regard. That's not. But we will allow third-party contact, which means that Ms. Collins, the defendant, may have contact through the third party with the children. But any contact that she has, like visitation rights or anything, there'd have to be somebody independent there. So there have to be any contact, and it'd have to be approved by both parties. So it'd have to be approved by Mr. Dupree. I don't know who the father of the children is, but it would have to be approved as a third party, as an independent witness contact.
Your Honor, if I may.
You may.
Ms. Collins, do you know who might be able, since we have the parties here and have Mr. Dupree here, do you know who might be able to serve as that third party?
My dad.
Is that acceptable to Ms. Fortuna Gill? And you should have contact with is Mr. Dupree here?
He is, Your Honor. He indicated to me that that would be acceptable.
Okay, so third, what is your father's name, ma'am?
His name's Christopher.
Christopher.
Yeah. And then last name Greenier, Greenier.
Greener. IER, Greener. All right, so we'll allow third-party contact with Christopher Greener, and then Ms. Fortuna Gill. Mr. Greener can act as an independent person through any witness visitation. Now I'm really starting like the family court. Any witness visitation with the potential witness children, if they desire, Ms. Collins can have some contact with them. Is that what you're understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that your understanding, Mr. Harris?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll allow third-party contract. You can have indirect contact, any contact with the potential witnesses. We'll have to have Mr. Greener present and no discussion of the case. All right, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right, and we've set this for discovery issues for final pretrial for January 5th at 8:30. Who gets to write that order?
I do, but
Do you have any questions?
currently not working, so.
All right.
it might be-
So you may have questions, and I will attempt to answer those questions.
All right, that's fine. I think I got the gist.
Okay, you've got the gist of it. Anything else for the record in 25-03-456, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Not for the people.
Mr. Harris?
Not for the defense, Your Honor.
All right, we'll see you on January 5th at 8:30, ma'am. Thank you for your appearance today.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was the plan.
That was Ms. Collins.
Yes, I'm trying to see what we have left.
Mr. Brandis?
I believe he has failed to appear. We can call
That's
him.
not
Correct. Your Honor.
okay. And then we have Carpenter at 10:30.
Did we do Ms. Culberson?
We did not do Takesha Culberson.
That is going to be a nollie prop.
All right.
The court would like, I can stand in for that. That is Mr. Anil.
All right. All right, so we're on the record in 25-01949. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Takesha Culberson. Appearances for the record, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris, standing in for assigned counsel APD George Anid on behalf of Ms. Culberson, Your Honor, who. And yes,
She's here.
I'm not sure if she's here.
All right, we're gonna
but
waive her appearance regardless.
Yes, we'll
Yes,
be
Your Honor.
waiving her appearance.
All right,
Well, I would request that.
all right. And Ms. Fortuna Gill, it's come to my attention that the people intend to nollie pros this file 25-01949. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor. The people wish to nollie this case in the interest of justice. And so we have no objection to waiving Ms. Culberson's
Okay.
appearance.
So that means this is a dismissal without prejudice. I'm assuming there's no objection, Mr. Harris. Is that correct? On
There's
behalf of
no
Mr. Ned?
objection.
Okay. And I will sign, this is on, I believe this isn't on information. Oh, it's on a ticket.
So we probably don't even need the nollie process.
We'll do it anyway, just.
Well, I already
Belton's done.
signed
Yeah.
it, so if you would.
You're already signed, so I'm gonna sign the,
Oh, it's a retail.
it's on a ticket.
It's very strange and it has messed with both my system and George's
Yeah,
system.
it's on a, it's, the retail fraud third is on a ticket.
I don't like it either.
Yeah.
They've been doing this weird thing lately where sometimes I have seen a retail fraud second issued on a ticket. And I don't like it because I'm like, no, I feel like anything that's potentially
Yeah,
punishable by
I-
up to 1 year should not be issued on a ticket.
I agree. I would agree.
We would like it out of our respective systems.
Right? So, you said that, I did not, but that's the truth of the matter. All right, for the interest of justice, I'm assigning the nollie pros on this file, 25-01949, and I placed it in the register of actions. Anything else for the record in 25-01949, Ms. Fortuna?
Not for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Not for the defense, Your Honor.
So we are good on Mr. Brandis.
Mr.
Yes.
Brandis, we can call that case.
We can. I am the attorney who represents him, Your Honor, and unfortunately, he does not seem to be here.
Yeah. So we're on the record in docket 25-01751. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Lee Brandis. Appearances for the record, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harry's here on behalf of Lee Brandis, who unfortunately does not seem to be here today, Your Honor. I do not have any information regarding the failure to appear, regarding any potential bench warrant being issued. I will ask if the court will consider a 48-hour hold. However, I will note, I believe he does have previous failures to appear, and additionally, my notes show that he has another case currently in warrant status at this time. I believe, according to the court's docket, this was set for a contempt or PA 53 violation hearing.
Correct.
As far as my notes go, I believe that that violation may have been for picking up the new charge while he was awaiting sentencing on this case. So I don't know if we could have gone forwards even if he was here, but I will leave it up to the court's discretion how the court wishes to handle this.
Well, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
The people would be requesting a bench warrant.
Yeah, this was scheduled for 9 o'clock. It is now 10:56, and the defendant has failed to appear for the scheduled contempt hearing. I do not see Mr. Brandeis in the Zoom courtroom or physical courtroom, and based on the representations of counsel, this was set for sentencing. There was a fail to appear for sentencing. He has a prior fail to appear for sentencing and a prior fail to appear for pretrial. The pretrial was July 15, 2025. The sentencing was on October 14, 2025. There was, looks like the magistrate referred to probation when he was arraigned on the sentencing, failed to appear in November, and then we've kind of lost track of him. He was on PR bond status, but it appears that the defendants failed to appear today. This may be a situation where we can't go forward with the hearing because we'd be adjudicating facts that led to another charge, but we don't know that because Mr. Brandis has chosen not to be with us. So I'm going to issue an immediate bench warrant for the two prior fail to appears for the fail to appear today. Anything else for the record in 25-01751, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Not for the people.
Mr. Harris?
Not from the defense, Your
All
Honor.
right, thank you. All right. I think we only have one file left.
Carpenter, if I could have approximately 60 seconds, and then I will be ready on that file.
But
No.
let's switch you out and then
Oh, okay. So I have 60 seconds. Yeah.
you have more than 6.
Starting now.
Because Addie's gonna be here for one file, it looks like.
It's gonna be a good one. Though.
Yeah, it's gonna be a huge.
The best
Yeah.
On Tuesday.
And this, it's gonna be not a shocker. And then we gave you the number and told you to Miss Bayless is the, all right, so go ahead and come up here. We'll go on the record in docket 24-00032. That is people, the state of Michigan versus Amanda Harriman. Appearances for the record, Ms. Fortuna Gill
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
and Mr. Annette.
I let her because we did not do an intake with her, so we don't represent her.
Did you, Miss Harriman, did you go to the public defender's office at all last
I
time?
didn't go in, no, sir.
What,
I-
did you contact them in any
I
way?
contacted him, but no contact back from me. No, but it was an arraignment last week or 2 weeks ago, so.
Good. I arraigned you and then we gave you the number and told you to contact the public
Correct.
defender's
December
office.
9th. But it was supposed to be Mr. Harris, but we didn't talk 2 weeks
The
ago.
only reason maybe Mr. Harris, because I recall him representing on another file. Maybe that's where the confusion.
On this file, your office has represented him on this file. She's not only pled in this court, she was placed on probation.
Correct.
And she's pled on another probation violation.
Correct. And then it's closed. And the way, from my understanding, they have to do an intake every time for every part.
Correct.
And now it appears one was not done on this violation. You're saying that there is one?
No, I'm saying on November 25th, she was given all the
Oh, and
opportunities
she did it.
and she hasn't.
Or at least tried to. It appears that you called and didn't call you back.
Right, but I mean,
Okay. I will say we were transitioning in and out of offices. Maybe
All right, maybe
we
so-
moved our office.
so let's get it done today, is what I'm.
I'd have to submit an intake, Your Honor, and then
Right.
they'd have to approve her. I don't know if they can approve her right away.
No, but let's do all the.
Oh, yeah,
paperwork
absolutely.
today.
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, so we'll adjourn, we'll adjourn for, so Mr. Ned's not on the case. Miss Harriman, your appearance for the record. So-
yeah, I'm here, Amanda Harriman.
All right,
on
thank
record.
you.
Yes, sir.
All right, this is time set for probation violation hearing. And we've decided, we've all shown up and Ms. Harriman is not represented by counsel. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna adjourn for counsel to be appointed. For whatever reason, this can't be the first time. The public defender's office was not, something went wrong in the process. And so what we'll do is we'll reset it for probation violation hearing. Mr. Ned can take an intake from you and then you'll get your response. I don't think there'll be a problem with the intake unless financial situations change because you were previously represented by the public defender's office on the underlying file and at the other probation violation.
Correct.
All right, so we'll adjourn
Okay.
to,
Judge Flores, I was unaware that you couldn't accept gifts. May I take back the hat?
absolutely.
Okay, and I apologize. I'm from Texas. It's way different. I was letting him know. So I'm gonna let you approach the bench because I scared him last time and I mean, the city's a lot different. I apologize.
All right, well, December 16th at 1:30.
Okay.
So we'll set it for December 16th at 1:30 and at that time, there should be an application. You'll get an answer. Mr. Ned is gonna do the application. And either Mr. Harris or Mr. Ned will be representing you at that hearing, all right,
Thank
ma'am?
you so much.
All right, anything else for the record in 24-0032? And then we'll have Ms. Bayless in backup just in case, all right? Anything else in the record on 24-00032 Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Not for the people.
Ms. Harriman, we'll see you next week, all right?
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
Thank you. And I didn't mean to scare her either. I know she's the one that scared me when she jumped up. I just,
It was
thank you. Appreciate you.
probably out of the ordinary for her.
Oh, yeah, and I apologize.
All right, who are you calling next, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Mr. King.
I can give you a
King.
Okay, yes, sir.
So we're on the record in docket 25-00467. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Billy King. Appearances for the record, Mr. Woolley.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Lionel Woolley on behalf of Mr. Billy Bernard King is present and standing to my right.
All right, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
And then, sir, you are Billy King Jr., is that correct? All right, thank you. This is the time set for sentencing in the matter. I think I'm just, and Ms. Fortuna Gill, is there any further restitution in this matter?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. All right, and Mr. Woolley, have you had the opportunity to go through the pre-sentence report with your client?
I did, Your Honor, and that we don't have any additional corrections or deletions to the report.
Right, allocution, Mr. Woolley.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. King is 33 years old. And just want to let the court know when he pled to the domestic violence case, he pled with, no objection 7694A. Probation is recommended 7694A be granted. So that's the first thing I'm going to ask the court. However, there's this dilemma here. He is on probation with circuit court. And as indicated in the PSI and speaking with Mr. King, he has a lack of resources and paying $30 a month for supervision, also paying the same or an amount the same to the circuit court being on probation there. He was sentenced to 18-month probation over there. So I know that Michigan is the one court. So if there's anything that we can do so he can get the benefit from the 74A, there's no length of time to be on probation for that to occur. So instead of the 10 months requested by probation, I would ask for something less than 2 months and any other services that he has that the probation officer did deem that he needs to do can be added to his other probation. Because I mean, he does have, I believe it is for a drug charge over there in circuit court. So as far as the addictions is concerned, I think those courses and those type of education would be submitted. He would have to comply with those over there. The only thing that would not match, I think, would be just the DV class here. And given the fact that Mr. King was intoxicated during the time and the relationship with this person, from what I gathered from the police report and speaking with Mr. King, was not a living girlfriend. And I don't want to go further into details as to what I think the relationship was. But nonetheless, if the court is inclined to place him on probation, I would ask that it be just a short term for him to benefit from the 7694A. He, again, 18 months in circuit court probation, and I think he was sentenced back in June or July of this year. So he just basically started probation over there with Judge Cole is the judge assigned, Your Honor.
Right, thank you. Ms. Fortuna Gill, anything you'd like to say before the court passes sentence on file 25-00467 on behalf of the city?
Your Honor, the people would request the court recommend or follow the recommendation.
All right. Mr. King, is there anything you'd like to say to the court before the court passes the sentence? All right. Well, I agree with Mr. Woolley in regards that we shouldn't be duplicating services, okay? But this is a different file from the previous file or from the other file. The other file is is a controlled substance file, and this is a DV file, and they have different goals, they have different outcomes. But so I am going to order that we not duplicate services, all right? But I'm also going to look at it to the discretion of your probation officer, who is Jody Bayless, to make a decision as to what she needs in order to appropriately send you on probation. I disagree with Mr. Woolley, your attorney, that the probation is going to be as requested. Okay, it's not going to be 2 months. It's going to be because I don't want to mix the two. Okay, this has a different goal, and the goal is that you not hit anybody else that you potentially care for during that. That's the whole goal of we don't want to see this happen again, right? I don't know what your probation is in circuit court with Judge Cole, but that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to make sure that this doesn't happen again. Because realistically, Mr. King, I'm not concerned about Mr. King in the next 10 months, okay? Because I'll put you in jail, okay? I mean, I know I can do that, okay? If you're violating probation, okay? That's not how I see the world. You should learn from this. But I'm more concerned about Mr. King 2 years from now or 3 years from now, when you got to make good decisions, good independent decisions, and you do so because because you're making good decisions. We've laid a foundation for that. So I'm going to ask you to use us as a resource, okay? Use all the probation, because probation is just a different form of sentencing. All right. I'm not sending you to jail. What I'm saying is I'm putting you on probation so that you will do these things and learn from these things, so that a month from now or 2 months from 3 months from now, I don't have to worry about Mr. King. All right. That's what we're trying to do. Does it work? I don't know. I mean, to be quite honestly, does it work all the time? About 50% I'd say over 50% come back with a probation violation because they dropped dirty. All right. And then we have to understand, all right, if that's a problem, let's try to fix that problem. Okay. Let's go that way. I just don't want you to hit anybody else. All right. That is what we're trying to keep from. All right. So this is for a guilty verdict on September 12, 2024. It is ordered that you spend 93 days in jail. Credits given for 4 days previously served. I'll suspend the remaining 89 days upon successful completion of probation. I'm going to set fines and costs in this matter, and this can be done at the end of probation, but fines and costs, a fine of $100, cost $100, crime victims' rights fee of $75, state minimum cost fee of $50. So a grand total of, and then you'll be placed on 10 months of probation at $30 a month. That'll be $300 for oversight fees. So that comes at $300 plus $200 plus $125 for a grand total of $625. Probation is for 10 months. Abide by terms of probation, pay fees, and $30 per month probation. That was all on the $625. So half of the payment that you're making is for being placed on probation. Okay, what do you get in exchange for that? The 769-4A is granted. Okay, so that's really kind of the carrot. Okay, at the end of the 10-month, this is abstracted in a different way. If that 769-4A is succeeded on. And as Mr. Woolley can tell you, that's kind of the pot at the end of the rainbow, so to speak. No assault or threatening, no contact with the victim, Layla Saunders, to be within 2,000 feet of where the victim lives, works, goes to school without consent of this court. No assault or threatening behavior. No use of possession of alcohol, marijuana, or controlled substance without a prescription. Submit to random PBTs and for urinalysis as directed. No bars or nightclubs. And then a 10, complete following rehabilitative services, pay fees, and provide proof of completion to the court. That is domestic violence weekend with verification and pay fees. That's the weekend program that you'll have to involve yourself in. Obtain and maintain employment, not purchase or possess firearms, ammunition, or weapons of any kind. And then I'll place as a part of this order that these shouldn't be duplicative with whatever probation you're involved with. So if they have you dropping or submitting, we can simply tack onto that, okay? Because I know that it costs money every time you have to drop, okay? I know that as a fact. So we'll not duplicate any probation services with circuit court file. Trying to write as neatly as possible, but that is all met with that is all left to the discretion of probation officer. All right, is there anything concerning the judgment of sentence concerning Mr. King? Any questions, Mr. Woolley?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Any questions, Ms. Fortuna Gill, on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. King, do you have any questions concerning your judgment of sentence? Probably a good idea to go, and Ms. Bayless is your probation officer. Go down, make sure you're on the same page with her when you're supposed to report, things of that nature, and then go from there. All right, sir? I'm going to sign I'll sign the judgment of sentence accordingly. Mr. King, good luck to you. Okay, sir?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I believe it's left, Your Honor.
Oh, you're
Oh, no, we
Mr.
Mr. Castillo.
Castillo.
My apologies. In my head, we were doing Mr. King after Mr. Castillo, so.
All right, and then the rest are arraignments, you're right, and then Mr. Castillo, and Mr. Ned, you're covering for Mr. Hardy.
Yes.
All right. So we're on the record in docket 22-02201. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Alexander Castillo. Appearances for the record, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
Mr. Ned.
George Ned, APD, covering for Joseph Hardy, APD, for Mr. Castillo, St. Mary.
And sir, you are Alexander Castillo, is that correct? All right, thank you. This is the time set for a probation hearing or violation of probation hearing. And then I'll indicate my understanding of what's been going on. And then we can go from there. This started out as a probation violation, and it was in front of Judge Buchanan. Judge Buchanan recused himself. It came to this court, and Mr. Hardy had some questions about competency, and so it went off to competency. And Mr. Castillo was found competent, I believe, by a letter. So let's see, did I sign that order for competency?
I think we were both here last time.
Yes, I believe you did, Your Honor.
I thought I did, but I want to make sure that is signed. The letter, and you stipulated to it,
Yes.
and then I signed it. I just don't know where I signed it.
I remember it was on an odd page where it was found competent. It wasn't the normal course of.
Yes. That was the report, and I signed it as of November 25th. Competency on trial, and so that's why we're here. That's the history of the case that we're set for probation violation hearing. Miss Fortuna Gill, do you have the probation violation? It's dated May. I think this started before probation violation, and so there's some credit already here. Do you have that probation violation recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Ned, how did you want to proceed today on the probation violation hearing?
In consultation with the prosecutor, Your Honor, we're going to violate to the non-technical. I believe that's what the prosecutor wants. We have no objection to that. But to hear the no conduct order on or on July 4th, 2023. We're gonna ask the probation be revoked, and we're just gonna ask for sentencing, Your Honor.
All right.
And I know this is special status. I consulted with me and Mr. Hardy's client, and we understand that's gonna be gone.
All right.
I believe it was a 76948 for our DV first.
I think there was 769-4A, and that'll be revoked as a part of the inability to complete probation.
Correct.
And then I just want to make sure I have the allegation correct. Let me find that somewhere buried in here. So this would be the initial violation allegations.
The contact violation.
It should be like a short police report attached.
All right. It was set for probation violation, and then here we go. So it was set and then for probation violation, and then at some point the defendant failed to appear for probation violation. This has on March 3rd, 2025, but we'll address the original probation violation indications, and that was on July 5th, 2023. Are those the ones that we're talking about?
Yes, sir.
All right.
If I'm correct, number 14 was handwritten.
Number 14 is handwritten. And that will be the technical violation, correct?
Correct.
Is that the one?
They'll be dismissed part of.
Okay, that'll be dismissed. And then the non-technical would be the no contact order.
Correct.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay, you're right, so it's fine. That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. So D admitted, so D is to admit to violation. It's listed as violation 12. That doesn't mean there are 12 violations. It just means that's how we've labeled it. So yeah. All right, I have an agreement between the parties. My understanding is that the defendant is to fail to admit to violation number 12. Violation 14 is to be dismissed and then sentencing to time served. Is that a fair statement, Ms. Fortunigo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Ned, is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. Mr. Castillo, you understand you have a right to a hearing today. A hearing would be, this would be a probable cause hearing or preponderance concerning what the allegations made by your probation officer, Brendan Hanna. And this is from allegations of July 5th, 2023. They would indicate you have a right to a hearing. It's my understanding it is your wish to waive the hearing. You're going to be admitting to violation number 12, and we're going to dismiss violation number 14, and then we'll go to sentencing. Is that your understanding, sir?
That's my understanding.
All right. So I'm going to have you raise your right hand as best you can. Do you solemnly swear or affirm tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, sir.
How to the technical probation violation, the non-technical probation violation, I should say, of failing to adhere to a no contact order on around July 4th, 2023. How do you indicate? How do you admit, or do you admit responsibility to that allegation?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and with an admission to number 12, number 14 is to be dismissed. And then allocution, Mr. Anab.
Thank you, Your Honor. This case is not about excuses. My client stands before you, accepting responsibility, fully confident now and ready for resolution. What we asked for, and I believe the prosecutor agreed to, is a time served sentence so my client can move forward. Per my client's best memory and belief, again, I've only had very limited contact with me and Hardy's client. They report that May 23rd of this year is when they went to custody. I don't know the actual number, but that's what my client believes. He was fully compliant with law enforcement, did not resist in any way. That date marked the last time he's been free in the community. It has now been about 7 months. This is a 93-day, I believe, domestic violence misdemeanor with a special status. Now, obviously, is going to be gone. What makes this period especially devastating, Your Honor, is what happened on the very same day when Mr. Casillo was arrested. His landlord placed all of his belongings outside. In fact, he was picking through the property that was thrown outside by the landlord when in that single moment the law enforcement came and arrested him. He has no phone, no home, no family support nearby, no personal contacts to rely on. In consultation this morning, upon release, if released today, they're going to hope that law enforcement gives them right from Mason to Lansing so they can hopefully get into the shelter on this cold winter. All Mr. Casillo has is a t-shirt and pants and a pair of shoes in their property. No family. The only family is two in Lapeer, Michigan. And since 2022, they've had one and have no contact with him. All he has is a shirt on his back if he's released today. He's trying to start a new life. Since prior to being arrested, Your Honor, Mr. Casillo created an S corporation for a what is it again?
Life coaching.
A life coaching to help others in a similar situation with what he has going on in his life. He's 34 years old, and in 16 days he'll be 35. This situation that stemmed from 2022 ruined his relationship with his parents in Lapeer. He has nobody, Your Honor. He's starting from absolute scratch. We're asking the court just to accept the time served sentence, allow Mr. Casillo to be released today so he can start from scratch.
All right, thank you. Anything towards allocution, Ms. Fortunigo?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Castillo, is there anything you'd like to say before the court passes the sentence?
I take full responsibility for what I was doing. I'm trying to put this behind me and make sure that I get put on the right place in life.
All right. All right, thank you. I do have this involves it involved a no contest plea to aggravated domestic violence, which is the 1 year. And then the count one was dismissed, and that was, I believe,
GBH, I think.
Yeah, assault GBH, the original charge. And then you're placed on probation, and then you failed to appear, and the ball started rolling. So there's been no doubt that you've spent the appropriate time. Okay, there's no doubt on that. I'm more concerned about Mr. Castillo. What are you going to do in the next day or two? Okay, I mean it's a big deal. If it is a shelter modality to look at, we can help you with that. We can the jail can point you the right direction, can give you the shelters to stay at, and then you can start building your life from there. Because I think incarceration is probably either incarceration or forensics evaluation. You've been a part of the system for the last year. Now that's nobody's fault, because that's what happens when you're on probation, right? You know, that can happen. But you certainly have spent your time in jail or being reviewed for evaluation while waiting for it in jail. And there's no doubt on that. Whatever occurred, I'm not worried about that. Okay. What I'm worried about and what I care about is Mr. Castillo in the next 2 or 3 days, just finding placement, getting so you're safe from the outside, things of that nature. I think that's the most important part. And we can provide service. We can provide you with at least a guidance as to where to go. Other than that, Mr. Castillo, I'd put it all behind you and just go forward. Just move forward. Community mental health has been involved, in my understanding, that can be a resource for you, all right? That can be a resource if there aren't a lot of resources because you've done your time, but that can be a resource, all right? So I'm going to, we have, as a part of this, I'm going to do 365 days credit for time served. And if you're not there, you're real close, okay? 769-4A is revoked as a part of this, which is a part of the original sentence. I don't see any because there wasn't a lot set up. But I'm going to waive any fines and costs, okay? Understanding that I just don't see any. I don't think, and they weren't requesting any at the time since the recommendation was time served jail. I don't see any, but I'm going to make it, we'll put it in writing so that we have it. All right, so the 365 days credit for time served.
Yeah, just for the record to reflect, the recommendation we both have does not say time served, just so you know.
I have 365 days credit time served is what I have. Yeah, that's from the probation agent.
On the sheet from last year.
It's from May 30th of 20, let's see, May 27th of 2025.
As long as you have it, I
Yeah.
just want to make sure that I don't let you know that I don't see that.
So it's terminate probation, jail suggested, but time served for 365 days, which is the amount, which is the 1 year that you can do on this. And then we're going to revoke the 769-4A. I'm going to waive any fines and costs or probation costs because you'll have plenty on your plate, okay? Anything else for the record in docket 22-02201, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Not for the people.
All right, Mr. Ned.
No, Your Honor, thank you. Mr. Castillo, thanks you.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Castillo. You're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I think you're right, the rest are arraignments.
Yes, now that's true.
And then we have 2:30 bench trial. But I think the rest are 1, 2, 3, we have 5 arraignments. Okay. All right, so you should be all set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Fortuna Gill. Zoom user, would you please identify yourself? You have a Zoom user on the court.
Yes, my name is, I'm trying to get my video on.
Ms. Smits, I have you labeled, Zoom user, you're labeled as Zoom user. Would you identify yourself?
I'm trying. I don't know why my video is not working.
I have you. You're all set, Ms. Smits. I've got you. You're here for your arraignment, and I'll be arraigning you in just a minute. I'm just identifying other people in the Zoom courtroom.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yes,
So
Your Honor,
what's your name, sir?
Gregory Perry.
All right, you're here for your probation violation arraignment, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's rename you. So I've got.
I got a question. Is this typically where I stay and get intakes, or do you tell them to call our office?
I usually tell them to call your office.
Okay.
But you see what can happen if.
I think that's for their. Yeah. A few months ago, I was told that we were supposed to stay and do intakes, but.
It depends. I mean,
Would it save you time if I met with anybody here?
I don't know. Yeah.
You're here for arraignment? I can do your intake.
All right. So, Mr. Tushimi, do you plan on seeking representation in your case from the public defender's office? Because Mr. Mr. Ned can take your application right now.
Yes, you can do that.
All right, go ahead with Mr. Ned and the interpreter. It's a good idea to have you. We should probably do that anyway with the interpreter present, and then we'll come back and put it on the record. And then, sir, you're here for the bench trial, right?
Yes, Your Honor. I just was gonna actually ask you a question because I didn't get none of our paperwork that we were talking about having set up for this day until yesterday.
All
So I
right.
haven't had a chance to look at any of this stuff.
Have you given any of that to Ms. Delgado?
As far as, yeah,
Any of the paperwork?
I will, when the paperwork I was gonna receive, that way I can have an answer to everything that was whatever that she had reported. But I haven't had a chance. I just got it yesterday.
Why?
The company's just been sitting back. I have no idea. That's what Ms. Delgado had sent it.
All right, we'll put it on the record. We'll find out. Let me do these arraignments and then we'll on your bench trial.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, is there a Janisha Davis? Janisha Davis? Okay, this is the time set for a probation violation arraignment on Janisha Davis. That is docket 2401-676. And I do not see a Janisha Davis in the Zoom courtroom. Nobody's answering by that name in the physical courtroom. And nobody's answering that by that name in the hallway. And Ms. Davis has been in front of the court before. It would appear that this was scheduled for 1:30. It is now 2:56. And the defendant has failed to appear for the probation violation arraignment. And an immediate bench warrant is issued for Ms. Davis's arrest. And that's all for the record in 2401-676. And then, is there an Aaron Ludi? I do not see Aaron Ludi. All right, so we're on the record in 25-01933. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Aaron Ludi. This is a probation violation set for allegations of violation of probation that were by Jody Bayless. It would appear that I do not see Aaron Ludi in the Zoom courtroom or physical courtroom. And previously, Ms. Ludi is not in the hallway, and she was previously pled guilty in July on this count. So it appears that the defendant has failed to appear for probation violation arraignment, and I will issue an immediate bench warrant. For Aaron Lucille Ludi.
I just want to make sure before I
Yeah.
did it.
Immediate bench warrant is issued for Aaron Lucille Ludi's arrest. That's all for the record in 25-01933. And then we're on the record in docket 21-01767. And ma'am, you can unmute now. You are Deja Mitz, is that correct?
Oh, I don't have to
You're
show
gonna
my
have-
face.
So you don't have to show your face, ma'am. You are Deja Mitz, is that correct?
Correct.
All right, thank you. This is time set for a probation violation arraignment. These are for allegations made while you were on probation by your probation officer, Joseph Sumter. It was the reports and requests and summons for probation violation were set on November 20th, 2025, co-signed by the court on November 24th. It is alleged that you failed per AverHealth for that you tested positive for urinalysis for alcohol and THC on October 27th, 2025, and per AverHealth, your urinalysis tested positive for alcohol and methamphetamine and THC on November 7th, 2025. Do you understand the nature of the allegations that have been brought against you from your probation agent, ma'am?
Yeah.
All right. You have the right to a hearing in this matter. I'm going to indicate that you were arraigned on both violations. And you were previously represented by the Public Defender's Office. Do you plan to seek additional representation from the Public Defender's Office on this charge, Ms. Smith? I think it would be a good idea.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Can I say something to you or?
Well, not during the process. Anything can be used against you. So you probably shouldn't say anything to me because I might be the reviewing court in indication. You should get a lawyer first and talk to the lawyer, and then maybe the lawyer will want to talk to Probation Officer Sumter concerning his allegations. All right, ma'am?
Okay.
All right, so we'll set for hearing. It's gotta be, I think it's gotta be past 8 days.
Okay, so your next available is January 5th at 1:30.
It's gotta be within 8 days. Does it have to be within 8 days? I think it's gotta be within 8 days
Is that for violations or is that for?
for the hearing
PSIs?
itself. For the hearing itself.
I honestly don't know.
I didn't know.
But I thought it was within 14, it's gotta be within 14 days. Let's try next week. Yeah.
December 16th at 1:30.
December 16th at 1:30. All right, so Ms. Smith, we've set this for December 16th at 1:30. That'll be live in person on the 6th floor City Hall of Lansing. And then Mr. Ned, did you want to meet with her or did you want me to give her the public defender's number?
I will give her a call. I already have her phone number.
All right. All right, so the public defender will be talking to you concerning, will be in contact with you in regards to representation on this file and taking an application for this probation violation hearing set for December 16th at 1:30. All right, ma'am?
Okay, thank you.
All right, you should be all set. I'll see you on December 16th at 1:30. That'll be live in person on the 6th floor City Hall of Lansing, and Zoom would be inappropriate. All right, ma'am?
All right, thank you.
All right, you should be all set. Thank you for your appearance today, Ms. Fentz. And we're on the record in docket 25-00973. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Gregory Perry. And sir, you are Gregory Perry, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is the time set for a probation violation arraignment. I'm going to read to you the allegations that have been made against you by your probation agent, and then some rights you have in this matter. It is alleged by Joseph Sumter on November 20th, 2025, co-signed by the court on November 24th, that you failed to report to probation officer on September 18th, 2025 and October 23rd, 2025. That's violation number listed 3. In violation listed 4, failed to submit to random urinalysis on October 28th, 2025 and November 5th, 2025 and November 7th, 2025. And then in violation number 16, failed to enroll in or complete economic crime program. Mr. Perry, do you understand the nature of the allegations that have been brought against you by your probation officer?
Yes, sir.
All right, you were represented by the Public Defender's Office on this file previously. Do you plan to seek additional representation from the Public Defender's Office on this file for the hearing I'm going to set? And I think it'd probably be a good idea.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, so we'll set the hearing
December 16th at 1:30.
on December 16th at 1:30. That'll be live in person on the 6th floor City Hall of Lansing. Zoom would be inappropriate. And then I'll give you the contact information for the Public Defender's Office.
Okay.
And you'll have to let them know, that we've set that December 16th date and that you're seeking additional representation. It's a little different than the first arraignment, all right, sir?
Okay.
All right, so the public defender's office number is 517-679-2979. 517-679-2979. I would call that number immediately to get representation for that December 16th date at 1:30. All right, sir?
Okay.
All right, anything else for the record in 25-00973? Do you have any questions of me, Mr. Perry?
None at all. Thank you.
All right, you should be all set. I will see you on December 16th at 1:30.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And then the interpreter. I'll swear the interpreter in. This is Mr. Tushimi. All right, so we're on the record in docket 24-01331. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Chance Tuishimi. Appearances for the record, sir. Oh, let me swear you in. Did. So interpreter, please state your first name and last name for the record.
John Jack, Jean. Last name is Jack.
Okay. Please raise your right hand, sir. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that will truly, accurately, and partially interpret in the matter now before the court and not divulge confidential communications, so help you God under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, I do.
All right. You just let me know if I get going a little fast, all right, sir?
I was explaining what you just said.
All right.
Case is just mistakes.
All right. So, sir, you are Chance Tuishimi, is that correct? All right. Thank you. This is the time set for an arraignment in the matter, and I'm going to read to you the nature of the allegations that have been brought against you by your probation officer. Okay, sir? It is alleged in a request and summons for probation violation by Brendan Hanna on November 7th, 2025. That you technically did violate your probation in violation number 13 for testing positive for alcohol at AbraHealth on October 28th, 2025. Do you understand the nature of the allegation that's been brought against you by your probation officer?
Yes, he has explained to me the allegation.
All right.
But I couldn't understand because as far as I'm concerned, I didn't.
Right. This is only for the
alcohol.
he had a previous allegation in July that he admitted to, and then this one is for October. All right. I believe you were previously represented by the public defender's office. And you made application today to the public defender's office, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And so we are going to set the hearing date for
December 16th at 1:30.
December 16th at 1:30. That'll be live in person. Zoom would be inappropriate. You'll get notice from my court officer. And you'll get an answer from the public defender's office in the next day or so concerning your application. So we'll see you on December 16th at 1:30. Anything else for the record in 24-01331? Does Mr. Chance have any questions of the court? All right. You're all set. Thank you for your appearance today. Thank you for your assistance, sir.
Have you sign these?
And these the
The bench ones.
But that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Now, please remember, I'm on at every day at 3 o'clock p.m. Central Time, 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Excuse me for a second. And guys, if you like the content that's on this channel, please do me a big, huge favor and subscribe to this channel and help this channel grow. I would like to be monetized sometime before the end of next year. So, like I said, if you like this content, please subscribe to this channel if you're not a subscriber. And don't forget to hit that like button. That's it for today. Ta-ta, ciao, and have a wonderful rest of your evening. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.
Come down to it all with your tools in hand, making magic flow. Every broken part, you help me grow. You fix it all, fix it all. You fix it all. Daniel, you make it right. Daniel, everything's right. When I'm falling apart, you put me back together. You make it better. From the wires tangled up to the broken dreams, you know how to mend all my scattered seams. With your steady hands, you refill my heart. Every piece that's lost gets a brand new start. You fix it all, fix it all. You fix it all. Daniel, you make it right. Daniel, everything's bright. When I'm falling apart, you put me back together. Daniel, you make it better. Fix it, Daniel. Fix it, Daniel. Fix it, Daniel. Make it right when the world shuts down, and I can't see clear. You're my solid ground, always drawing near. Never give up on this heart of mine. Put it back together every single time.